There's Arielle.
Arielle Giselle Rogers.
She is such a star.
I'm so proud of her.
She's always
She's always
she's always
She's
Arielle. Yes, I heard you were the lead role in Well. Oh, you're such a diva. Also, oh my God, I couldn't go. I'm so sorry. I wish I could have been there. Did it go well?
It was a real learning experience.
So how was vacation? I hear you just got back. You went to the Bahamas? The Bahamas?
You're so lucky.
You really went to the Bahamas? I've never, is it tell me about it. Was it just
You are so lucky. You
It was miserable. I was miserable. It wasn't a vacation at all. It was the same problems in a prettier place. Except, instead of being in Athens, at home, where I know that I have one good friend, I was in Atlantis, out of place, with my family. We hadn't even gone onto our connecting flight, and already my mother, my stepfather, and my oldest sister Elise had told me, and everyone in the Fort Lauderdale airport in an 8-foot radius, that I was an embarrassment because I don't know how to dress. I don't know how to dress because I was too hot and wasn't wearing enough clothing. Because when I look down at my body, I don't see a sexy, erotic, enticing figure. I see 6 weeks of semi-starvation gone to waste because I lost my voice halfway through a show that I couldn't carry and had to go on steroids, which made me eat like I had the munchies. The munchies. And instead of my family just taking me aside and explaining to me in private that they disapproved of my ensemble, they had to shout it so everyone could hear, and I was mortified. The entire vacation, I tried to stay out of my family's way, because anytime that I was around them, I felt anxious and unwanted. They criticized me because I don't dress right, talk right, act right, and so I left. I hopped on a motorized scooter and went into Nassau, the real Bahamas, where real people live. Not the overpriced, self-contained facade of paradise where there are only 4 kinds of people. The old biddies, casino-bound, mindlessly pushing nickels into tuneless jukeboxes. The rich daddies blowing their fortunes and blowing their loads on some barely legal blonde babies. The middle-class families who are so obsessed with money and consumption and status that they practically bankrupt themselves going on a vacation while their children's teeth rot out from lack of dental care. And last, but not least, the Bahamian hotel employees who have to be verbally accosted by all of the aforementioned people. And when I apologize on behalf of every rude, self-centered, privileged guest, they just show all of their white teeth, beam at me, laugh, and say, "Don't worry about it, it happens all the time. Are you enjoying your stay in the beautiful Bahamas?" And I match them, tooth for tooth, rotting though they are, and beam back, "Yes, oh yes, thank you." And all of the men there make kissy sounds at you as you pass by, calling you sweetheart, baby, beautiful. And I honestly don't know who they're talking to. There is no way that they were looking at my face, this face, and calling it beautiful. In fact, I know they weren't, because their eyes never met mine. No, they were honed in on another set of concentric circles. My tits. Not the zits, the tits. These over-eroticized sacks of fatty tissue rudely protruding from my chest that seem to be the only thing about me that garner interest. Yes, but I can't blame those men. I can't, because not even gold-plated breasts with diamond-encrusted nipples would ever be compensation enough for any man to engage with my mind? No, the past 21 years have made that blazingly clear. The chances of me finding someone who is willing to engage with me, experience with me, feel any tender, loving feeling towards me are worse than those old ladies shoving their social security checks into slot machines. Because I'm too much, they say. Too much. I'm too loud, I'm too bright, I'm too sexy, I'm too far away, I'm too soon, I'm too crazy, too much. My personality, obviously, is overbearing. But no wonder I don't have any friends, as my mother says, except she disagrees with them. I'm not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not good enough. I'm not pretty enough. I'm not nice enough. I'm not easy enough. I'm not Mormon enough. I'm not grateful enough. I'm not golden enough. I'm not important enough for her to treat me like an adult, or better, her child. Not a pariah, not a burden, not a mistake, not the stuff on her suede stiletto boots, not the scratch on her 9-sided mirror, not the scrape along the otherwise gleaming tiles that form the foundation for her hollow, marble-painted pillars, her sweeping staircases, her triple-leveled, 2-kitchen, 2-laundry room, 9-bedroom, 4.5 bathroom mansion with an in-ground pool in the back, her own little Atlantis resort in Valley City, Ohio. And she wonders why I'm not around enough. But Mom, you're gonna love this. I have a confession for you. You're right. I'm not good enough. Okay. I'm sorry, this is not what I want to say. Sorry, Trax, you can go. I have another idea. That's not what I wanted to say. I need to borrow 2 chairs. Oh, thank you. You're so kind. And you have a cute jacket. Oh, thank you. Over here. Thank you. Yeah, I'll use this one. That's not. The stage is unbalanced. Here, oh, fuck. Come on. Have it. Okay. Excellent. We are here on the courthouse steps reporting on the most fascinating case since Lindsay Lohan received her 4th DUI this month. That is the case of Arielle Giselle Rogers versus the world. We have exclusive access to the proceedings here on the English Channel. That's a joke. On the English Channel. So let's take a peek inside. I would like to call innocent acquaintance to the stand. Miss Innocent Acquaintance, can I call you innocent? Yes. Now, innocent, can you please tell me the nature about, can you tell me about the nature of your relationship with Arielle Giselle Rogers? Sure. I know Arielle. I've hung out with her a couple of times. I think Arielle and I are friends, but then again, Arielle has a very particular standard of friendship that I don't think many people can live up to. Objection, Your Honor! Speculation. Sustained. Miss Acquaintance, you may continue. Well, as I was saying, Arielle is my friend, or at least I'd like to think so anyway. And as a friend, you want to check in on her occasionally, correct? Correct? Could you relate to the court a time recently that you have checked in on Arielle? Well, Arielle was in a school theater main stage recently called Well. I didn't get to see it, but I saw her and I asked her how it went. She began, it was But then her face went into 7 or 8 micro expressions, and then she blinked a couple of times, looked to her left, back at me and said, I'd rather not talk about it. And then she left abruptly. And then a few weeks later, when she returned from the Bahamas with her family, I said, you look really tan, Arielle. How was vacation? And she said, it was, and then the micro expressions and the excessive blinking and looking in every direction. And then she got back to me and said, I'd rather not talk about it.
And how did that make you feel?
Like I didn't want to be around her. She had just had 2 really good things happen to her, and she didn't even want to tell me about them. It made me feel like I wasn't important enough to be a part of her. Okay, no. Here. Place your left hand on this Bible. No, thank you. Ma'am, you need to swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God. I will do no such thing. I swear to tell my truth, as well as my memory can recall it, so help me as a human. Fair enough? Prosecution, you may proceed to examine your witness.
So, Miss Rogers, can you please state for the court your complaint against the world?
Okay, that's not working either. That's not what I want to say. I have some confessions. Number 1, I wrote maybe 4 pieces for this show, and I didn't finish any of them, and this is why. Because, confession, I am inadequate. Maybe I'm not inadequate, but maybe I just feel inadequate. I feel it, literally, because my inadequacy sits right here on my chest and stops me, puts its hand down on anything that I try to accomplish. Does anyone else ever feel that way? Like your inadequacy is keeping you from accomplishing something that you know it's a really good idea. Like I tell my friends about all these ideas that I have for the show. They're like, Arielle, good idea. And I'm like, it would be good, except inadequacy. Confession number 2. I have adult acne. Oh, this is so embarrassing. I'm so embarrassed about it because I used to think of myself as a very pretty person, and I have not thought of myself as pretty in a very long time, and it makes me really embarrassed, and I just confessed that. Okay, confession number 3. What my problem is with these pieces is that I always want to tell the truth, but I don't know how to tell the truth. Not that I can't tell the truth. It's not, because whenever you are around me, I will be telling you the truth as much as I know of it, but how to tell it so that when you leave a conversation with me, you don't want to, I don't know, like cry, or you don't feel like the burden of my problems is on you. Like I don't want you to feel burdened. Kind of like how I'm burdening you with my problems right now. Sorry. I mean, what can I do? Like, what can I actively do? Because I actively seek out solutions. I try to anyway, unless, you know, I'm in the fucking Bahamas, like, munching on Doritos, which I never eat. And I'm sitting there on the bed like, ah, it's so sad, and nobody likes me, I have no friends, and nobody wants to go on a date with me. Ah. But that's when I don't actively seek solutions. This is when I'm actively seeking a solution. What should I do? How do I navigate between always wanting to express the truth, communicate the truth, and wanting everyone to feel good? I used to not want to make people feel good. Now I want to make people feel good. So what should I do?
Just be fucking blunt.
Yeah. But see, I am fucking blunt, and then people don't want to talk to me, and I don't have any friends.
Yeah, but
I have one friend.
Find friends that accept you.
Thank you. That's what I want to do. I want people to accept me for who I am.
You have me.
Those are my friends. Yeah. Oh God, that makes me so much better. Okay, so solve this problem. How do I get a date with adult acne? Can anyone tell me this? I'm just kidding. You don't have to answer that. Okay. I just want to thank you guys for dealing with my exploration. Actually, you look more comfortable though. Here's your chair. I remember that this one was yours. And this is Luke's chair.
You got it.
Ah, here, Luke. Here's your chair. Thank you. Oh, that's nice. Yeah. And I'll get rid of this. And I'll put this back so the stage looks pretty for the next person. Thank you.